Alright guys, so I have my 08 WR450 El Cheapo project here, and I've tested this thing out 2 or 3 times, verified the motor seems somewhat reliable, it's going to run. The only thing I had was I accidentally pulled on this and somehow my negative battery terminal bolt fell out, so kind of just about stranded me. I was able to get it bump started and get it home, but I'm confident enough in this motor rebuild to go ahead and continue down the line with fixing up this bike. So I got the AIS removal kit, which gets rid of all the emission stuff and comes with everything you need to rejet your WR carb. But I also found my 09 YZ carb on the shelf, so I'm probably not going to mess with modding the WR carb, at least for now. I'm going to put this YZ carb on, and that should be even better than a modded WR carb, I believe. So it's been sitting on the shelf for several years. I'm going to go ahead and make sure all the jets are clean, try to blow out all the circuits, just get some cleaner through it, make sure everything's set back to stock settings, and put this on. And then I'm going to use the rest of the AIS removal kit to go ahead and plug off everything, do all that, and we'll see how it runs after that and go from there. And of course, fork seals are next on the list. But this carb is just a pain to get through on this thing, man. You're better off just taking seat, tank, side plates, exhaust, popping the subframe, and then grabbing it from there, especially when you have to do the throttle cables and everything. So on another point, I read some stuff online about guys installing high compression cams in these, and then the electric start wouldn't work. And I think that's the same problem I have. I think where I used a Pro Circuit B piston and it was a little tight going in, I knew it was going to be a little tight. I think it's got too much compression for that electric starter to work. So I'm just going to keep kickstarting it now. It's not that bad if you know the trick. It should be easier with the YZ carb and the AIS stuff off, I hope. And as it wears in, hopefully the electric starter will eventually start working. So we will see. But yeah, let's go ahead and clean up this YZ carb and get it installed and get the AIS going. Alright guys, so first design flaw with the workshop. With the bike on the lift, I can't flip the subframe up because it hits the ceiling. So not a huge problem. I can lower the lift some and do it, but just one of those things. I did not even think about it. So alright, moving on. Alright guys, so you may have heard me complain about my throttle being stiff on this thing. No wonder. Look at all that corrosion and rust. There was no way lubing the throttle cable was going to help this. At this point, I'm just hoping I can get by without swapping this throttle cable, because then if so, I'll have to wait another few days to get one in. I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit, but yeah, I never had this cover off before, but this carb is in rough shape. Alright guys, sorry. Okay guys, so the carb is off. Before I do anything with the carb, I'm going to go ahead and work on getting this vacuum system off here. I got to remove the pipe here. This whole feed pipe's coming off. This thing is coming off, and then this hose, it's like a vacuum hose, goes into right here. So all this is coming off. I'm going to work on unbolting that now, and I should have my necessary caps and stuff in here. Alright guys, so there you are. I got that off. Let me tell you, I had to loosen up the radiator, drain the coolant, and remove this line. These bolts were a pain to get to, and if I wouldn't have had a mixture of like 6 or 7 different kinds and angles of 5mm Allens. I don't know if I could have got that off. I'm wishing I would have done it when I had the head off. But, of course, I was in a hurry. Wanted to save the $45 like an idiot. There's that whole thing off. So, looks like this plate is going to fit. I got the little metal gasket on the back. I'm going to try to put it back in there where that was. And then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, guys. Now I have this little black boot, which looks like it goes right there. And the GYTR instructions say to replace the clamp, or to put their clamp here, but my kit didn't come with clamps. I've seen other kits come with clamps. My kit came with zip ties, so put our zip tie here, and a little snippy snip. Focus, please. There we go. Alright. Don't think that thing's coming off. So now we need to cap it where it goes into the air box and cap it where it goes into the carburetor, I believe. And then we're ready to handle the carburetor. Alright, guys. Next, I put this cap on right here. And it was kind of tough to slide on there, so I just dabbed a little bit of oil on it, and it slid all the way on. Secured it with the zip tie. Good news is, it looks like somebody's already done the snorkel removal. So, just need to have a look at the other side of the air box, which already has a big hole in it, so I should be good on air. It's already got that hole here where the older WRs had the cutout here, where you cut it out. But this already has the hole. Snorkel's been removed on top, so I should be good there. So moving on, I'm gonna make sure the WR carb, or not the WR, but the YZ carb is clean and ready to go. Got the YZ carb here, WR carb over there. I'm gonna make sure this is clean and ready to go, and start installing it, and hopefully putting this beast back together. Alright, guys, so we got the YZ carb on, shock back on, everything together. Located our gray wire right here by the ECU behind the left side number plate. Took a pick, put the pick, pushed it back through the connector, and pushed this prong back out. And we're going to lay it under this sheathing and electrical tape it, and then plug this back together and put it back together and start reassembling.